My name is Solar Cross, and I have a problem. I am addicted to plastic crack. Yes, I have just completed week 2 of my hobby streak, wherein I did make some progress towards reducing the scale of my pile of shame. But then, what did I just go and do? Of course, I went on a spending spree, making my pile of shame even larger. A lot larger, actually. These 2 big boxes of unpainted miniatures were just delivered today. 2 weeks into my hobby streak, and I have taken 90 plus miniatures from the sprue to the status of partly painted, and now I have added at least as many unpainted to the pile. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Let us have a rummage through these new boxes and work our way through my degenerate thought process which led to this most recent relapse. The first box is a job lot from eBay, so it is a bit of someone else's pile of shame. I suppose I can tell myself that by taking on this lot, I am at least helping someone else reduce their piles. You may remember from the first week of the streak that the bundle of Crute that I started doing made me think about doing a Crute heavy towel list for playing tournaments. For a tournament, however, you need 2,000 points, so the 30 Crute I had would not be nearly enough for that purpose. So I looked on eBay and saw this lot and thought, yep, that will get me a lot closer to 2,000 points. That is how I justified it to myself, but in hindsight I was being a bit silly. Why? Because I have plenty of towel units. However, since I did get this lot, a full Crute army is something I could definitely do now. I have 40 Crute infantry, 10 Vespids, 6 Rampagers, 3 Crutox, and 2 Lone Spears in there somewhere. The box does smell funny though, but then again, that's what you get for buying on eBay. All I am missing from the Crute line now are some Fast Stalkers and Hounds. I still don't quite regret buying this lot because I did get quite a good deal. But if I'm honest, I really didn't need it either. Okay, so what's in the other box? Let us have a look. The least problematic of these purchases are 2 codexes for 10th edition. One of Orcs, one of Eldar. No regrets here really, I do collect Orcs and Eldar as well as Tau, so if I start playing 10th edition tournaments then I will want these. Well, I suppose I only really need 1 army to play tournaments and I already have the Tau codex, so I could have saved my money on these 2. Although at least they do not need to be painted, so they do not add to the pile of shame at least. The next thing is this box of Fantasy Orc infantry. I am sort of interested in the old world, or indeed Warhammer Fantasy Battles, but I actually got this box for doing 40k Orc conversions. Again, I did not really need to buy this now, except it was in the clearance section, so it was a good price and potentially going to sell out soon. For a long time I had an idea to kit bash some snakebite orcs using this kit, so the time did seem right to get it now for the future. As an aside, I do wonder what that means for the old world when a key unit of a major faction of that game is in the discount section, the clearance section of a major hobby distributor. This Draco-san tank was also in the clearance section. I have no interest in the Horus Heresy, but it was cheap and I thought maybe I could use it for my guard army, or at the very least loot it for my orc army. I have seen plenty of orc conversions using Lemon Russes, Land Raiders, Rhinos and Bane Blades even, but I have not seen anyone use this tank kit for it yet, so that could be kind of interesting. I think it would make a great battle wagon. Finally, we have this big box of Krieg Guard. Death Corps of Krieg. And this is probably the most regrettable part. It does include the codex for the Guard, which is at least partly why I bought it. I mean, I do collect the Guard a bit, so it's not so crazy to want to get the codex in it. The plastic Krieg are great too, but then again, they are great only if I actually ever paint them. Also, the contents of this big old box is quite light on infantry. It's only like 6 of them. Mostly it is cavalry. So buying this implicitly commits me to buying at least a few more boxes of Krieg infantry, heavy weapon teams and a command squad at some point in the future. I suppose I don't have to, because I do have a lot of unfinished Guard infantry already in my pile of shame, but they are not Kriegers. There we go, something like 100 more miniatures added to my pile of shame. If you like, jump into the comments and confess your own plastic crack addictions and questionable purchases. Until next time, bye for now.